Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. We had a pretty good week, good run of cattle this week, 1,200 plus on Monday, and close to 1,450 Tuesday, making a good week. Lots of cattle still moving all over the state, and a lot of calves moving all over the country, and prices are leveled out. We were really kind of thinking earlier about Q4, really pushing forward, and inventory being lower, which it is. There would be more demand, less supply. But as far as the retail end, the beef prices have just kind of hit a wall, and there are other sources of protein for people to buy. As far as beef goes, the high ends are expensive. The ground beef products are less expensive, and that's the go-to when things get real high. And even now at this level, with consumer spending not as strong maybe, or less money to spend on luxury items, even ground beef sales have fallen off, and they're going to even lesser, the public is going to lesser cuts of chicken, and just lower prices, looking for protein in other ways. All that being said, beef sales are not where we were thinking they would be at this level. Of course, you know, we kind of knew the economy was struggling. It kind of makes sense. We've got the world events going on, Hamas, Israel, Ukraine, you name it. So yeah, there's pressure on the economy, pressure on beef supplies and beef demand, and it will trickle back down to the producers. But we have leveled off, and like we said before, these prices got really high really fast, and now we're just trying to find some level ground, some place where we can land and kind of just be comfortable for a minute and level things off, and let's see where we are. Well, these 500-pound calves are bringing $1,200, $1,300. Nothing wrong with that. 400-pound calves are bringing $1,000. Nothing wrong with that. Heifers are 15 to 20 cents off of that. So if you're selling a group of calves with steers and heifers in there, and they're weighing from 400 to 500 pounds, you're probably going to net out somewhere around $900 a head, and that is way better than we've had in the last few years. And I know people are still happy with their checks when they come in here and pick them up. So yeah, the market has kind of leveled off. They really hammered on the futures contracts last week because of that cattle on feed report that came out 2 weeks ago, saying that there were more cattle on inventory. And I think a lot of that has to do with drought areas and people putting cattle in feedlots that just don't have water or feed. Don't know that for a fact, but I think that the inventory is still down. I don't think the feedlots are just slam packed with cattle that are going to go through the process. And we all know that the inventory supplies will tighten up the rest of this year. Inventory supplies will be tighter next year. Heifer retention even, I don't think will begin until the end of next year. So we're still looking at some good positive times, and I think these prices will stay at this level for a while. I don't think it's going to get to that $3 a pound, 500-pound steer calf at $3. I don't know. I thought we were going to see that. We've come close. We've got up to about 270, 275, and then it's kind of back down now to 250 to 260 on those 5-weight steer calves, which is really good money. So our anticipation of this big bull market may have a little bit been overstated. We're all very, very excited. So let's just take a breath, calm down, and adjust to where we are right now. And I think everything will shake out. It's going to all kind of shake out, but it will be sometime maybe next year before that happens. Packers are still able to manage their supply chain. They're still able to cut their supply chain. They're still able to operate in the black instead of the red. They know their meat sales are down, so they're just going to not have that much supply. They will control that end of it, and they'll keep trying to move that meat at these higher levels. When it hits resistance, that's when it's going to back up, and I think we're somewhere in that area right now. But as far as the prices go locally, everybody's still happy. There's a few people I remember, or I have a list of some of the sellers. Davey and Earl Rollerson sold some nice calves here this week, and Davey picked his check up. He didn't say anything bad about how his prices were. I tell you, he was tickled. Framar sold some really nice slaughter cows this week. A good 30, 35 head of good slaughter cows that sold real good. Those cows would bring up in the 90s, some of them possibly even $1, which is still good on the slaughter cow prices. There was some bulls that was sold here too that I know bulls were probably bringing $1.15 to maybe $1.20 on some really, really nice bulls. Let's see who some of the other sellers were that I can remember here. Indian Prairie, the Pierce family down there on the lake sold some pretty nice calves. They were pretty tickled with their prices. Tommy Tom's 2T cattle sold some pretty good calves. There's just a lot of old customers. Monsioka Ranch, been selling with us forever, sold 61 head of good calves here, mostly Charolais calves weighing 400 to 500 pounds, and they rang a bell. So prices are good, and we're getting into that time of year where we're going to be coming up on these holidays. Thanksgiving's just around the corner. We have one more week of normal sales, and then Thanksgiving will be closed for the entire week, and then we'll be back on, and I think it's 3 sales between Thanksgiving and Christmas. But go to our website, sign up for our newsletter, stay informed. If you have any doubt or any question as to whether we're going to be open or closed, just check our newsletter, call the office, make sure we're here. But we'll be closed for Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving, and we'll be closed for the week of Christmas and the week of New Year. So that's the main things you need to remember. We will have a slaughter cow sale December the 19th. I believe it's a Tuesday. Don't hold me to that, but out of memory, I think it's December the 19th. It's a Tuesday. That will be slaughter-only cattle during the holidays. December the 5th, you can join us on Producers Cattle Auction. The cattle will be sold on the internet, but we will be taking live bids from the floor in Okeechobee. It is a Producers Cattle Auction sale hosted at Okeechobee Livestock Market. We'll be taking internet bids and live bids. These heifers come from Nilco Farms. They are this year's breeding. They're breeding heifers. They're open. They're good, mostly Brayford type red heifers out of maybe AB for composite bulls, red Angus bulls, and some Brayford heifers. There may be a few blacks and black baldies in there, but we will have a catalog and information posted on Producers Cattle Auction. You can view the catalog by going to producerscattleauction.com. You can find out about the cattle. If you have any interest in buying some good heifers that you can turn your bulls out in January, those heifers will be for sale December the 5th, and you can pick them up that week. I believe delivery will be Thursday or Friday. The cattle are at the ranch. You buy the cattle and you go pick them up at the ranch. It's an internet auction, so keep on the lookout for that if you're interested or need some good replacement kind of heifers that are ready for the bull to be put in there with them. December the 5th, and we're going to have that sale. We'll stop our regular auction on Tuesday at 3 p.m. and we'll crank up the Nilco Farms replacement heifer sale. Keep your eye open for that. Our high prices for the week, we had not a new seller, but one that I don't remember this name being called out for the high price, but Highlands Farms from Indialantic sold a 235-pound calf that brought $3.85. That's not too shabby. That shows you the market on these little lightweight calves still holding up pretty good. That calf was bought by Rush Creek. And on the slaughter cow side, Redland Ventures from Miami. I know that's got to be down there in Redland where that good farm dirt is. And if you ever go down that way, you'll notice on the west side of Redland, there are solar panels installed on some of the best farm produce growing land you'll ever find in the whole United States, and there's solar panels on it. Don't get it. But anyway, Redland Ventures from Miami topped the cow market with a 1,450 pound cow that brought $1.07. That cow was bought by FPL. That's your market report. If you like them, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel, and help us keep getting this message out. Thank you. We appreciate your business.